Welcome back. This is Jim Craig with Planet of Mystery, and we've I did a video earlier on getting set up, getting your equipment set up with the Astroberry and running K-stars with Ecos to get all of that going. Now we are going to do a simulated capture. And I say simulated because it's broad daylight, and you can see here on my computer clock it's just after noon. And I didn't want to do this in the middle of the night unless I was actually doing imaging. But I also have to get this set up because I want to help a friend of mine get started with Astroberry. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a target. So we're going to move this out of the way. You can't close this. If you close this, you shut down Astroberry. Or you shut down Ecos. So let's find a target that is... Well, I want to find a globular cluster. This thing does globular clusters pretty well. Oh, that one's already set. Well, we're not going to find a globular cluster. Let's see if we can find M42. And there are different ways of doing it. You can scroll around, click your mouse on it, and find here where it says Great Orion Nebula, Gaseous Nebula. Or you can come up here under Pointing and tell it Find Object. And let's put M42, or you can type in the name. Click on it. Tell it OK. Then right click on it. Come down to Telescope Simulator. Our telescope is not parked, so we're going to tell it Go to. And it's going to scroll around there. You see it catching up. And now let's pretend that we're going to grab an image of it. We're going to come here to the camera. Going to make sure it's CC Simulator. That's going to put it through the... Why is it saying NGC? No, we can type it in there. Let's try target M42. Oops, actually just... If I hit enter and it accidentally captured an image. Let me zoom way in here, see where we are. Well, that's the problem. It's actually not on M42. Let's try that again. Pointing, find object. We should have M42 there. Tell OK. Why is it being so... It's being kind of obstinate with me. So bear with me. I actually do better when I'm zoomed out. Why does it keep saying empty sky? There we go. Telescope Simulator, Go to. Okay. Now you can save it in any directory you want. On my little Astroberry, it's going to save it to my home directory, Astroberry. You can tell it which kind of image it is, and it will actually make a directory that will tell it light. You can do lights, you can do bias, dark, flat. If you have a filter wheel, you can come up here and tell it which filter you want to go on. Okay, on our CC simulator, we're going to hit restart on that so it gets... Yes, I'm sure I want to restart that. That's the problem. For some reason, it's... Camera. We want CCD... Well, yeah. There we go. It's got our proper size there. It will actually put in that size when you grab your first image. We want our exposure. We're going to do... I mean, you can set your exposure as long as you want. And if you have a filter, since I don't have a filter, I don't have to worry about it. But if you have a filter wheel, you can put your filter in here, and you can actually set up several. We're just going to start by taking a basic image. So if you come over here, that just captures a preview image. You can see it's taking 10 seconds, and you'll watch over here, and you'll see the progress. It will tell you in a moment here how many seconds are left. And then it will bring up a preview of your image here. Now again, because this is a simulator, and you're not going to see a whole lot here because that image is not stretched properly. And I haven't figured out how to do that properly yet, so just bear with me. So you can close that. Now if you want to do several images, you can tell it how many you want. Say, I'm going to do 5, and we won't go through all of them. You can tell it okay, under format, it has fits. It will save it as a fits image unless you have your camera actually connected, in which case it will do, it gives you the option of it being a raw image because on Canon I can do, it's called a CR2 image, and it will save it in that format. What I do is I generally save in CR2 and then switch over. I can tell it which ISO I want my camera to use. Again, I don't have the camera connected, so it won't. I can change gain, all kinds of things, which kind of image it is. And I can tell it it says save locally, or I can tell it to save remotely, or both. Remotely means it will save it on the SD card in my camera if I have one. If I tell it both, it will save it both on the Astroberry and on the micro SD card. Again, you can choose how you want to do it. So now that I've done 5, if I want to run those 5 images, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click plus. Now, if I can make a change over here. Say I have a filter wheel and I want to do it green, and I want to do 5 of those. I hit plus. Now I'm taking green, doing blue, and hit plus. And I'm taking a blue image, and then I can do a luminance image. So it's going to take a total of 20 images. It's not going to do any binning on them. They're going to be 10 seconds each. And then all I have to do is there's a little start button here. I can click start and run the sequence. And I'm going to pretend that I did. And now all of those images are going, well, I will run through it. I'll pause the video, and then I'll come back and we'll take a look inside the directory to see what's going on. So let me run that sequence. Okay, it's just about done. It's taking that last luminance image. And our sequence is run. So if we come up here and take a look in we've got our file manager up here, home folder. We're going to scroll down, and let's see, is it under pictures? Or is it going to be under light? Oh, there we go. It's under light, and there you go. So you have blue, green, luminance, red, and if you look inside each one, there are the images with the prefix. Tell it it's a light image. And we come here to blue, prefix, light image. It does not give you it doesn't tell you, if it's color, luminance, or red. But anyway, that's all of our images. Now, one way to get the images from the Astroberry to whatever computer you're using, again, you can go into the file manager and copy them over onto a flash drive, or you could have set up your directory here to be the directory to your flash drive. You'd have to know what that directory is and type that in there. Or I think you can click on the little, you can click there, and if you've got, if you've got your flash drive connected, it will appear over here. I don't have one connected at the moment. But another way to do it is to do it wirelessly. And here you're going to go to the top of your window, and you see this little transfer files. You also see a VNC here. So that's actually for sending to. We're going to go here to the VNC. Up here, there should be a menu, file transfer. You're going to tell it send files. Now I'm only going to send one. I'm going to come into light, go to the red, and I'm just going to send the one red, and it's going to go to the desktop on my computer. So then I click OK. It tells me the progress. And oddly enough, the default on my desktop for FITS files is is GIMP, and I look over on my desktop. Unfortunately, it's in the other window. But yes, I do have that file on the computer, so that is one way to duplicate or to move your files over. So then when you're done moving your files, just close that. Now we are going to do one more, and that is on how to set up an imaging session. So you can set this up, automate it completely, because one of the very, very cool things I found about Astroberry is with plate solving, it can find the object you're looking for, center it, and then take your pictures. And when I was first doing astrophotography, for example, I found the Ring Nebula. I was delighted that I even had it in the frame. But now using Astroberry with plate solving, if I decide I want to take a picture of the Ring Nebula, it is going to be dead center in the frame. But that's going to be in the next video. Again, if you like what you see here, click on subscribe down below and click on notifications to let you know when I'm doing new videos. And if you really like them, you can help me bring these to you by going and becoming a patron on my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/planetofmystery. That's planet_of_mystery. And if you've watched enough of my videos by now, you know the spiel about getting additional content, contests, and that sort of thing. So definitely consider becoming a subscriber. So until next time, this is Jim Craig with Planet of Mystery telling you, keep looking up.